wanted to share with you 10 of the most powerful lessons that I've been living in my life in my 30s. These are lessons that I learned through the toughest times of my life, going through a lot of the turbulences of my life, so you don't have to go through all of them to learn it. And of course, these are the same lessons that helped me achieve a lot of harmony in my relationships, a lot of harmony in my financial health, of course, my physical health, my career, but also the daily miracles that happen. So if you see the value of these lessons, you will stay till the very end so that you get everything in one place. Otherwise, they're not going to make sense. They'll just be bits and pieces. So stay till the end if you're a serious seeker, and if you're ready, let's get started. These are my top 10 lessons that I live in my 30s. Hello and welcome. My name is Kartika Nair and you're watching Synchro Shakti. Let's get started with our very first lesson that I have learned over my lifetime that I now truly live. The first one is curb your ego and understand people. It's never that personal. So we tend to, when we have this lower ego of I'm not loved, I'm not good enough, I'm not understood, I'm not important, we take things so personally and we become so hurt by the actions of other people or the words of other people. But as you grow older and you go deeper in your journey, you realize that if you understand people, you'll see that their way of behavior and the way that they speak and the way that they process life and react to life has to do with their history, their background, their parents, their upbringing. It's not a reflection of you. So when you understand that, you can remove yourself from the equation and not suffer things as much. Which brings us to our second one. People are reflections of our own self-concept and energy. So now you're thinking, you just said how other people act or talk is, it's their background and their history. It's not to do with me. But you also just said people are a reflection of my emotions and my energy. So what isn't that contradictory? No. Why we attract people, so the way they behave is because of their background. But why we attract such people in our experiences again and again who keep bringing us down, who keep hurting us, who keep bringing us back to that state of victimhood is because we are attracting them because they're a reflection of our low self-esteem, our victim energy, our feelings of not feeling good enough or not safe or not understood. So the reason why we pull these kind of people, there are a lot of beautiful people in this world. I wish you understand that. There are so many beautiful people in this world who are not here to throw you down. But why do we repeatedly attract people who hurt us? Is because that's a reflection of our self-concept, our self-esteem, our victimhood, our strongly held pain. So as we heal ourselves, we also heal the kind of people that we attract, and we heal what we attract from the same people who once traumatized us. So let me know if that was empowering for you. If it was, just type empowered in the chat. Now we have a way to not suffer people. Okay, let's go to the third one, which is a very powerful one. This one is, there is true beauty in everyone and in myself. So if you can learn to recognize the true beauty in you, which is a journey that people walk. When we began a year ago, when we did Healy Fest 2.0, that whole for 5 months or 6 months, all we did, we did a lot, but every single day we did this thing called self-appreciation. And because we started appreciating ourselves, making lists every day, it's almost like we went on a journey to a new planet where we discovered things that we never even knew we had. The magic in us, the purity of our being, the preciousness of who we are, and fell so deeply in love with ourselves. When we saw that beauty in us, it was easier to see the beauty in other people, but also the world was reflecting back our own beauty, and it was so beautiful to watch the success stories that came from self-appreciation. But the major lesson I learned through that is that there absolutely is beauty in everybody and in ourselves. If we can see that in people and in ourselves, it's so much easier to navigate through life and to create the best of life, because life is a reflection of our self-image. And as we see more beauty in ourselves, the more life reflects that beauty in so many beautiful ways. So this is, if you think that's an awesome lesson, just type awesome lesson in the chat. Okay, let's go to the next one. Give people the luxury of being themselves. This is such a powerful teaching. If I was to leave one piece of advice on this planet before I died, and I could only get one piece of advice in, it would be this one, which is give people the luxury of being themselves. Because we are resisting their actions, we are resisting how they are, we are resisting them, we are judging them, we are getting annoyed, we are suffering. But the game is, if you can give them the luxury of being themselves and you take responsibility over your peace and your happiness and your self-esteem and all of that, you will not suffer them, and those moments will pass much faster than if you just keep judging and resisting them, because what you judge and resist persists. What you judge and resist sticks to you and sticks to your life. So when you can give them the luxury every day, whatever they're doing, I give them 100% luxury of being themselves, I'll deal with myself. You will navigate through relationships much more easier, and through life much more easier, because you're not suffering anybody, because you're not resisting them. You're allowing yourself to take responsibility over your own states of being and self-image, self-esteem, all of that great stuff. Okay, next one. Failure is a part of success. I love this one. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 14 years. So I have in my head, I don't know, millions of hours. Okay, not millions of hours, but let's say tens of thousands of hours of studying successful people. And I have heard their failure stories so much, and I've heard all about their the struggles that they had, that in my head I'm conditioned to think that failure means you will succeed. If you fail means, of course, then you will succeed, because I don't know the difference between, because every successful, beautiful success story had some failure behind it. So in my head it's like, oh, if I fail, I'm destined to succeed. So, but I recognize that other people have different story about failure. For them, if you fail, that means you're not good enough, that means you're not meant to do this, that means that it's no, failure is part of the whole cool success story. So it's like whenever I go through a trauma or I go through something that could be deemed as bad experience, my default conditioning is, oh, this is going to make a great story one day, or this learning, this teaching I get from this is going to benefit someone someday. So for me, it's just a part of that, the story that is unfolding. I don't see it as anything bad or negative. So, and that doesn't mean that I don't feel bad and I don't process my emotions. I do, but I don't see it the way the majority of people see it. So this is a great lesson for you. Failure means you will eventually succeed. That is the way I have conditioned myself to see things as well. Tell me if that was empowering to somebody. If it was, just type empowering, because it takes, if you're an engineer, it takes several prototypes. You test it until you get the product that works. That's the same thing with any desire that you're achieving. You're learning to see, you're testing and seeing what's working, what's not working. You're building. It's such a fun experiment to create. And I don't know why people take it so seriously, that because they make it mean something about their personal failure. But no, it's just you're learning, you're figuring out, oh, I see this part of me was not ready. Oh, I see that part of me was not aligned. Oh, how fun it is to learn to get in alignment and achieve wonderful things. People think that life when you achieve something is better than the life now, which is why they get so desperate. Life when you achieve is as beautiful as life now if you learn to see beauty today. But that's a different lesson, which is not in our top lesson. So let's go to the next one. Oh, this is a great one. And by the way, if you like the failure is part of success one, just type I will be successful in the chat. Okay, let's go to the next one. The only opinion that should speak loudest in my mind is my opinion of myself. Because you don't have an opinion of yourself, because you're defined by other people's opinions of you, we get so attached to other people's opinions. We get so attached to whether they like us, don't like us, whether we did well and we didn't do well. And we get super attached to theirs because we ourselves have really crappy opinions of ourselves. We may believe that, no, I am good, but you don't genuinely appreciate your goodness. So you're always in defensive. I hope they see I'm good. I hope they see I'm good. I hate when they don't see I'm good. You're not truly living and enjoying your own truth. You're waiting on them to acknowledge you before you feel good about yourself. But if you can learn to make your voice about yourself, your opinion about yourself, something you genuinely appreciate and love, then whatever other people have to say is not your truth. You will navigate through life so much easier without getting stuck with everybody's opinions and things. Tell me if that was an empowering lesson for you. If it was, just type empowered in the chat. Okay, let's go to the next one. The only person, wow, this is a great one. The only person that should be celebrating your existence is you. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about your birthday. A lot of people put the entire focus on other people to make you feel special on your birthday. So when people don't go out of their way, when people don't jump through hoops, when people don't do things that you wish they did for you to make you feel special, you get so disappointed, and then that stinkens your energy. It makes stinky your energy towards those people, and anytime there's judgment between you and people, there will be conflict down the road. So having said that, instead of suffering your birthdays because people did not jump through the hoops for you, maybe you're somebody who people do jump over the hoops for you, but for majority of people, they have such a low self-image that they need everyone else to give them their place on earth, validate me, and birthdays become the most painful part of that. So I learned this when Ashrit had taught me this, that the only person who needs to celebrate your birthday is you. This took away all that pressure from people and traumatizing them in order to make you feel special. Please do something for me, and you start taking it as an advantage to learn to take care of your own mini human. Your own mini human is not your children. Your own mini human is you. If you can take care of yourself and make yourself feel special on that day, the whole world wants to get to make you feel special because you're in the vibration of being special. I know I'm special. I know there's something beautiful about me, that I want to have a great day for myself. Then when you're in the vibration, you're in the fullness of being special, the world reflects that to you again and again, and you start having other people wanting to make you feel special without you forcing them or getting disappointed and all of those things. Tell me if that was a cool lesson. If you want me to go deeper into these lessons and have separate videos on them, let me know in the chat. Okay, let's go to the next one. If you change your predominant emotions towards any person or any situation, that person or situation will change. This is the most powerful lesson ever. Basically, it is to tell you that you can affect change in any situation and in any relationship if you change the way you feel about it, because the emotion is what is reflecting back as the experience. So the worse you feel about a situation or worse you feel about a person, the worse it becomes. The more calmer you feel about a person or situation, or the better you feel about a person or situation by changing how you think about it or by doing a healing towards it, so you're now at peace in relation to a person or situation, or even feeling awesome about a person or situation by seeing the benefit, seeing the blessing, doing whatever it takes to change the way you feel about a situation. That situation must change by the law of vibration. The law of vibration states that everything is a match to your vibration. So when you feel better about anything, that thing also changes for the better. And it doesn't matter whether it's a court case, it doesn't matter whether it's a child, it doesn't matter what is the situation you're struggling with. Everything becomes much better when you start feeling better in relation to that same topic. Do you think that just solved all of life's problems? If you just realize that, I just realized I cracked the code to all of life's problems. When I change the way I feel, everything else changes. Super. If you thought this was powerful already, this video, just type powerful in the chat. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, I love this one. Your brain is always capable. Just put in your mindset and your practice and you will succeed. Now, the word here is capable. A lot of people, I was one of them, question whether I was even capable of mastering this skill or capable of doing this thing or capable of achieving this thing. But the thing is, all of us, we have a brain in our head. This brain is so powerful. You've not even tapped the surface of how powerful your brain is, how capable your brain is to do anything. So capability is naturally wired in us because we have human brains. This human brain, right now someone is in space. Right now, a human is in space because of the power of the human brain, which you have, I have. So it's not about whether we are capable. We are born capable. The game is, am I willing to then put my practice in? Am I willing to then put my focus in the direction of what I want to create versus questioning whether I'm capable of it or not? You're absolutely capable. But can I put in my skills? Can I put in the winner mindset so I actually achieve it much faster? So for anybody here who's been questioning whether I'm capable or not, hopefully this will reduce that burden by telling you you're absolutely capable, because you have everything within you to be able to do anything. Now, am I willing to put my attention in the direction of what I want? That's the question, right? If you thought that was helpful, just type helpful in the chat. And since you guys have been already sitting here, let me give you one more. Okay, so the next one is love people. When I tell love people, the immediate, the half-baked people who have not done the full studies, let's say it that way, people who have not studied what I'm trying to tell them fully, they interpret it as, man, I hate these people so much, I'm finding it so hard to love them, I'm finding it so hard. I didn't tell you to go from hating them to loving them. We always go from pain to neutral, neutral to positivity. Trying to go from pain to positivity is like you might as well put your head inside the lion's mouth and then wonder, how will I survive this? No, it's too hard, don't do it. Go from pain to neutral. So get into healing first, so you're able to neutralize the pain and find peace in that relationship. From there, start sending loving thoughts to that person or finding what you love about that person. That will change the equation between you and that person energetically. And then what you get back from that person is their loving side, because all people have a light and a dark. It depends on where you are vibrating, that you tap into which side of them. So if you're in the frustrated, resistant, victim energy towards that person, you will tap into their darkness. If you're in that appreciation side, understanding, not taking things personally, you're able to feel the love for them, the appreciation, you will attract their other side. So loving people is such an absolutely powerful game changer in terms of navigating through relationships. Okay, and this also means loving your customers, loving your clients, loving the co-workers. Love heals so much. Okay, and now since you guys have watched so far, firstly, give yourself a pat on the back. You have done what so few people do, which is actually invest in yourself to the point where you have invested this time and energy to study this video. So well done, and to reward you, I'm going to give you one extra point, okay, which is very, very powerful, and this is, your value always remains the same. Even if nobody ever showed you your value, even if nobody ever saw your value, even if nobody ever pointed it out to you, or in fact they told you the opposite, that you have no value, that you're useless, you're whatever, and you started believing in their ideas of life, it's like you're wearing their pants. Their pants are of a different size, your pants are of a different size. Instead of wearing your own pants, you're wearing their pants and floating around wondering why nothing is fitting in my life. You're wearing other people's pants. Beliefs are like pants. Please alter them to what fits you. Now, your value, even if you don't see it and other people don't see it, always remains the same, which means your value has always been beautiful and infinite. Only you haven't gone on the journey of seeing your own value and truly diving into it. You're only listening to other people's opinions. But when you can see your value and you know that your value always remains the same, even if somebody rejected you, even if someone finds you ugly, Raja was telling me, he's like, did anybody ever tell you on your face that you're ugly? Yeah, on my face. But if I believe that I am ugly based on what somebody else told me, I would forever believe that. And I have a whole past around this whole thing about body shaming and XYZ and the whole thing. But long story short, had I understood that my value as a person, whether it is physical beauty or the spirit within me or my mind or my heart or me as a friend or me as a teacher or me as a whatever, my value always remains the same. Even if somebody called me ugly or called me whatever, doesn't take away from my intrinsic value as a person. If I knew that, I would have been able to live through my teenage years and my younger adulthood so much smoother than I did. But no one was there to make a video like this those days to tell me these lessons, but here I am doing it for you. So I hope you really get the value of sharing these lessons. I hope you see the point of it all, and I hope you imbibe them, because this is going to make it so much easier to go through life. Because if you knew the ways in which life works, it'll make it so much easier to navigate through it. So that's it. That is my video today. If you want to know how to imbibe these lessons, to actually go deeper into the study and live a philosophy, live a way of life that makes life so much easier, and that can change your life in less than 6 months, by imbibing such teachings and practicing such teachings, I want to teach you further in a 2.45 to 3 hour class. We're doing a deep dive. So if don't have patience to study and invest in yourself, don't come. If you're only looking for techniques and things, don't come. Come if you want to really study the A to Z of changing your life in less than 6 months, and also how to stay consistent with such an inner work. Also, how to change people and situations without forcing anything outside, but just by changing your energy. If you want to know how to do that, find out the dates for this class. It is free. Every year we give out a free class. This year 2025 we're giving out this class. Please check it out. Come register, and I look forward to seeing you in that class. And that's it. I hope you had a great time with me today. You learned something. Let me know what were your favorite lessons in the chat, in the comment section, and I look forward to seeing it there. I look forward to reading through them. I always read in the first 24 hours. I'm reading the comments, so do let me know what's going on in the chat. I love you all. I really hope that you see the value that has been given to you and you truly internalize it, because I know we're on a platform like YouTube. It is given out for free, but I would have, if I had mentors, teachers who I listened, and I do, if my mentors and teachers said any word, I would completely internalize it, because I value that, and I hope you guys value this, because these lessons will truly transform your life. I love you. Thank you so much for watching me, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Namaste.